Hey everyone, welcome back to Through the Cowl. Here we are on a nice, bright, sunny day at last. I know everyone's out in the beer gardens, and we've decided to shoot a podcast just for you guys. So count yourselves very
Nice.
lucky. You okay?
I'm good, thank you. Yes, yeah, it's been beautiful today. I mean, and most of the week.
Yeah.
I have been inside working from home, but I do sit right opposite a window. And I had the door open for my pussy cat. So nipped out a few times to enjoy it. But yeah.
Yeah, she didn't actually leave her desk. If her bosses are listening, she didn't actually leave her desk at all.
I think half of them weren't there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a all right week actually. Yeah, being out on the motorbike on the sunny days has been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, some days, have to take off like the leathers a little bit because it is just too hot, and just
Is
hope that
that
my
okay?
riding skills keep me upright. So this week, top three. Now, normally we give like a nice speech about who gave us the recommendation.
Mhm.
Since it's my sister, I don't really
Yeah.
have a lot to say about her.
Why? We love sisters.
We do love sister. She's a good sister. I'll give her that. I'll give her that. You know, But I said to her, we've done, we're on week 10 now. We've done a lot of actors. We've only had one actress so far. So I said, please, can you go off the top of your head, whatever, have a think, give us an actress. And she came back with the unbelievable, the super attractive Angelina Jolie. And for the first time since we've been doing this, I can actually say I've actually met this actor. So I think
What
that's
on
pretty
one of
cool.
your extra things?
Yeah. So
Oh,
when I worked
was that
on,
Eternals?
huh?
Was that Eternals?
No, I didn't work in the tunnels, and quite
Oh,
luckily I didn't because I'm sure I would have burnt the set down. But no, I met,
shit!
yeah, I met her on Maleficent.
Oh, no way!
Yeah,
Oh, that's well awesome.
yeah. So Maleficent 2. I remember there was a day that we were just like crossing paths on one of the scenes. It's kind of like we were doing like shooting the wedding scene for Aurora, and Angelina was walking up there, so we had a little break in the moving around the cameras and stuff like that. And she was standing next to me, and I just sort of said like, "Hey, how are you?" You know,
You sure she didn't go, excuse me, are you
I think she was going to, but I think she was a little bit embarrassed. I think she was a bit starstruck by me, but
Oh, well, it happens, right?
yeah. So I just said, fan of your work. You know, mentioned one or two films that I might have mentioned today that were some of my favorites of hers.
How
And
tall
then
is she?
she's quite small
Yeah.
and super slim.
Oh, she's teeny. Yeah,
She's
yeah. Don't be
tiny.
teeny.
Yeah. So no, it was pretty cool before she was ushered off by the assistant directors, who were buzzing around her like little bees the whole time. But that is what it is in the showbiz life.
It is, yeah. Although,
All right. So Angelina. So I did manage to get a top three, and I do have a few honorable mentions. I've just
yeah.
mentioned one already, not just because I met her in it, but because I quite enjoy that film, and I'm a fan of Disney. But
Hmm.
let's start off with the top three Angelina Jolie movies that we think are the best ones. And you can go first. What is your number three?
Oh, okay. My number three, a role I think she really suits. I like it when she plays roles like this.
Okay,
And I picked Salt.
fantastic. You know what I picked for number three? Salt.
We actually got, let's do a virtual high five.
You know, the first time ever we've actually matched one.
Finally.
Yeah,
At least if we're matching on position, it's fine and we can both talk about it.
yeah. So,
Super cool, right?
huh?
She's super cool in this
She's
one,
super
right?
cool in Salt. Like Salt for me was what. was like what Black Widow movie should have been.
Mm,
Like it has all the elements, but Black Widow was still I enjoyed it, but it was still quite. I think it failed quite a bit in many areas. But yeah, Salt was definitely the blueprint of how to produce a film with a female lead and an actual hero.
yeah, badass. I love how she has to like avoid capture and you know
Yeah, I
she's
feel like with Salt, that was if they were going to build a franchise from that, I think they could have because
I
she was
honestly
almost
thought they were going to do a second one
yeah
because I was like, this is really cool. Like
because
she could get,
she was
yeah,
almost like a female James Bond.
yeah. It's almost like Born, right? Like,
Yeah,
they had 4 or 5 of those bad boys. I'm like, come on, you could have done another one.
yeah, definitely. I think they could have rolled that on a few more because there was so many more layers to that character and how they could have like moved on to more of a backstory or another part of the
Yeah,
backstory.
she's
Sort of people that maybe sent people for who were working with her at one point now becoming an enemy or something like that.
yeah.
The usual
Or,
trope, but it
or
would
the
have
other way
worked quite well.
around. Enemies suddenly try to recruit her for something.
Yeah. No, I definitely like the Assault was a very good movie of hers.
Definitely worthy of number 3.
Yeah. All right. So do you do your number two?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my number 2, one of your honourable mentions, film that you met her on. I have
Maleficent.
Maleficent at number 2
Yeah.
because I really, really enjoyed them.
She was made for that role.
Oh, absolutely perfect. Yeah, amazing outfit.
Yeah.
You know, she's
Like
got backstory and heartache and trauma, and she grows to love, and
yeah, she
yeah,
really made you fall in love with the anti-hero.
yes, yeah, and
Because
you
obviously,
you identified a bit more with her, I
yeah,
think.
because obviously you grew up with the story as a kid and you just think, all right, she's the evil witch who done this for absolutely no well, they didn't say like the reason why she did it because she was betrayed,
Yeah,
but they didn't like make it seem like her being betrayed was a big deal.
even though we all know the betrayal is awful.
Yeah. So the way they produced her in Maleficent was so good. And I think there's another going to be a third one coming out at some point.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. I, a fairy tale, but not your typical Disney style,
Yeah.
you
So it
know.
added that dark element to it.
Yeah,
Um, the action scenes were great.
really good.
And even the one that I worked on, those action scenes, they were really grueling days, especially running around in all the armor and stuff like that.
So what were you in it? Like a
I
knight?
was one of the Queen's guards. So there's a scene in there where the Fae or the fairies and all the people from the beyond are attacking the castle at the wedding. Well, just before the wedding. And yeah, we're running around trying to like fight imaginary fairies. No, well, not imaginary. They were there. They were really there. I also met
Yes.
Ed Skrein on that show, on that film as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had like crazy makeup on with like huge horns on his head. Like he was like one of the main Fae warriors.
Yeah.
So it's a really good film, really good choice.
Thank you.
All right. So my number two. Now, I saw this film many, 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 many years ago. I haven't forgotten about it. And it's one of the ones where, unfortunately, back in the day, we used to have the Asian man who used to come along with his DVDs. And this was before screening, and and sometimes cinemas costed a bit too much. And they come in with advanced copies. And I may have got this one in an advanced copy.
I like how you're rather than like pirate. Oh, I've got an advanced copy of it.
Yeah. I don't know who's watching. So this Asian man had advanced copies of movies, and yeah,
I'm sure obtained absolutely legally.
of course. So my number two is a film called Taking Lives.
Oh, I can
So
see her in
this
that.
film had quite a big star-studded cast in it. So yeah, he had Ethan Hawke was in it,
Oh, I like Ethan Hawke.
Kiefer Sutherland,
Oh,
and do you remember there's a TV show at the moment that was out a couple years ago called Baptiste?
oh yeah,
Yeah, so the guy from that, I think his name's like Teki something.
yeah.
Yeah, Techi, yeah, him. And a young Paul Dano who recently played Scarecrow in the
Yeah.
Patterson Batman.
Hmm.
So Taking Lives in that film, Angelina was kind of like a clairvoyant,
Mm.
but like a detective. So she would go to places, touch like places, things that people who died or people who were killed had touched or been in a certain area, and she'd get a feeling of what happened.
Ooh.
So in the case that she gets pulled in on, they're trying to track down this serial killer who seems to be moving from place to place, has never been caught, and they've got to the end of their tether, and they want to try something different on how they could try and catch this guy. So it starts up. Obviously, it's a quite a chilling film. Um, and as usual, like when you see other like sort of serial killer documentaries and stuff like that, it's always weird that a parent always knows there's something wrong with the kid, and they just sort of
Don't
brush
have
it on.
that sixth sense with
Yeah,
yours.
they always brush it under the carpet.
Yeah, I'm like, if you're having the feeling, like, do something about it or tell someone else.
Yeah, I know for a fact if my mum saw something was off, she'd call the police herself.
Yeah.
There
My
was
mum
no
used
getting
to
away with
bring my
anything with my mum.
she used to work at the police station when she was like a juvenile justice officer and social worker, and she was like, if I ever have to come down to the police station and get either of you out of there, so help me God. Obviously, she wouldn't have done. We were little
Yeah,
angels, but the threat was enough.
yeah. So yeah, this film's been out for many, many years. So the synopsis really was this killer from a really young age, obviously he has having a terrible relationship with his mother, decided to just leave. And then what happened was obviously he had these feelings that obviously of doing murder, but he had such a shit life. What he would do is he would kill people and then take their identity
Oh,
and then live a few years as them until he sort of outgrows that life. So he was always picking on like sort of waifs and strays or people that didn't really have anyone looking out for them, so that
yeah.
he could just take on their life.
And did he always look like them?
Not always, no,
Okay.
but he did do this disguises. So he'd always disguise himself. Just he'd see people like similar build to him, certain features. Like I said, people that no one's really gonna like look out for.
And who was the killer in it?
Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, I was going to say the guy who played Creepy in
Yeah. Well, Paul Dano when he was young, he was the young
yeah.
version of him.
Oh, right. Yeah, you said it was a few years ago, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he was the younger version, and then obviously then it's moved on, and then
Got you.
obviously you find out that Kiefer Sutherland's this guy who's just
Heather, come on, man.
yeah, and like I think who else was in there? Halle Berry's ex-husband was in it, and it was kind of like her sort of love interest. Oliver Martinez,
Hmm.
so I really enjoyed that film. I still remember it today.
I'm gonna find it. I
Yeah,
haven't done it. Sounds
yeah,
really
Taking
cool.
Lives is fantastic.
It's like iZombie, but without having to eat the brains.
Yeah, I love iZombie, by the way.
Yeah, great fun, isn't it?
um, yeah, what else? Yeah, so yeah, Taking Lives. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, definitely watch it.
Yeah.
All right, so your number one. I think we might have the same number one, but we'll see.
Oh, interesting. Well, this is one of my favoriteest films of all time.
Okay,
And this was tricky because there's definitely two in my honorable mentions that probably could have made it to number
okay,
one, but because I've just this is such a fond film for me.
Okay,
Um,
maybe we haven't got the same one.
yeah. And she's the main female lead, but she's not the main character.
Okay.
She's the main female lead. And so my number one for Angelina Jolie is Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh my God. Ah, how did I forget?
Mhm. I mean, if you didn't fancy her before that
I
film,
know. I've still got your face painted on my heart, etched upon my soul, played across my memory, baby.
what a cast. Like I said,
Wow.
it's the main female lead, but it is a Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah.
It's got Will Patton in it. It's got Robert, what's his face, the little Scottish dude.
Yeah.
He's Scottish or Irish? Is that terrible?
Can't remember. Oh, what's it? The guy who was
In Full Monty.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a cast.
Definitely
What a
Robert,
movie.
isn't it?
Huh?
It's definitely Robert.
Let's look up the cast
My
because
sister's going to be screaming at the fucking telly right now.
yeah.
Oh,
Gone in 60
you
seconds.
know Vinnie Jones is in it. I forgot about
Oh
that.
yeah, he was the silent guy who just like battered.
Yeah.
He's the one who saved.
Delroy Lindo's in it.
He's the one who saves him in the beginning when he's getting chased by Master P's character.
Yeah. Angelina, Giovanni.
Keanu Reeves, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. Vinnie Jones, Will Patton,
Love Will Patton. Robert Duvall.
yeah. Christopher Eccleston. He was didn't he play Doctor Who at one point?
Oh, is that him? Is he the baddie?
Yeah.
Oh, why did I keep thinking it was the other little dude?
Yeah. Like, do I look like an asshole?
That's why he's not in
Yeah, you
it.
do look
Oh
like an
my
asshole.
God, I got that totally wrong. Apologies. My sister will be like, you idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely love it. You know, super cool, all about the most awesome cars, all about being clever, car thieves,
Yeah.
but he's out the game, he's being good now, and then the cop tries to like catch him, and he's like,
Yeah.
no, 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 but he's got to save his brother. Oh my God, I love it.
No, Gone in 60 Seconds was fantastic. I think because I think it's more of a Nicolas Cage one, that's why I sort of like left it out.
Yeah, it's just one of my top
Yeah,
films
yeah.
ever, ever, ever. And I was
Yeah, I think
like, oh, it's gotta be.
if we ever give a Nicolas Cage, I think obviously that would go in there. That'll be in there for me. But then
Yeah, if we do get a Nick Cage,
yeah,
it's probably gonna, well, I'll have to do an honourable mention.
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
probably have it twice as a top three, but maybe I'll make an exception.
Yeah. Well, still a great choice.
Thank you.
So my number one. All right. I thought you were going this way when you were talking about it, as she was
Yeah.
one of the leads. For me, my number one, I think I could watch this film once a week if I really wanted to, is Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
That was one of the other ones that I thought would go in if I didn't have it. Yeah,
That film for me was just funny.
great
It
fun.
was slick. You know, it reminded me. I'd say it's like if John Wick and 21 Jump Street had a baby.
Yeah. Yeah, it had great action. It had, sneaky lies, backstabbing. I think they did love each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite funny. Like when you had like the when they go to see the not psychiatrist, the
Like
counselor.
marriage counselor,
And it
yeah.
starts off with they're like the animosity, and then as it goes through, they start to become more and more like closer and stuff like that. How many times a month do you have sex? What, with each other? Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good because they're both super cool at the same thing, right? And they're
Yeah.
both living a lie with each other. But
Yeah, 'cause
have no idea.
at first it's so like clinical, everything they do, even like drinking wine and stuff like that. And then that one scene in the house is when they find out what's happened.
And then the speed at which
Baby,
they're suddenly like,
yeah,
honey.
yeah. And like
Very, very, yes,
Vince
honestly.
Vaughn's in there. It's just it was a
Yeah.
great
I
film.
mean, Pitt, right? Come on. And
Yeah,
They actually had fantastic chemistry. You can see why they ended up together.
Yeah, yeah, it was a great film, and obviously since then, Pitt has done quite a few things, but I do like him in roles like this. So it's like this, and obviously more recently, like Bullet Train.
Love Bullet Train.
I
So
really like his character in that.
fun. And apparently, I read apparently when he's eating in the movie,
Yeah.
it's not part of the script. He just has snacks all the time. He ends up just like doing it with the snacks, and they don't mind because it works.
Yeah. Apparently, Robert Downey Jr. does the same thing.
That's my type of recording.
Yeah, yeah. Because apparently, in a few scenes in like Avengers and stuff like that, Robert Downey Jr. is seen eating like just having snacks, and there's something he does as well.
People got to eat, right?
Exactly. All
Oh,
right,
great
yeah.
choice. Yeah,
So
great.
honorable mentions. So what have you got?
So, I mean, I think you have to go Tomb Raider,
Of
right?
course, of course.
Got to be in there.
Yeah.
Um, I also had Wanted and Bone Collector, but we did those.
I had Wanted and Bone Collector as well,
Yeah,
and
yeah, they were in my. We've already said them before, but they
Maleficent.
will be noted.
Yeah, yeah.
Changeling, a bit more serious, but
Changeling. I don't
um,
think I've seen that one.
yeah, it's about her missing kid.
Okay.
Yeah, serious but good, very good.
All right. Well,
Um,
a solid list. I'm quite glad that we actually agreed on one of them for the first time
and
and
it was
put
the thing,
and put
yeah,
and put in the same same place, same time sort of thing.
yeah. I had Girl Interrupted in my honorable mentions as well.
Okay.
That's a bit of a kind of cult classic. And then um ages ago, one that my sister and I used to watch when we were little, called Hackers.
Hackers. I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it's a great little movie.
Yeah. And the fact I found out recently that obviously she also directs as well. So
Yes, a lot more so now, I think.
yeah. So that's pretty cool from Angelina. So yeah,
Oh, good
great
choice.
bod great
Mm.
body of work.
Mhm.
Some great choices if people haven't seen certain ones to like go back or even go back and watch them. But definitely take you need to watch Taken Lives.
Yes, I'm going to note it down. Uh,
All right. So let's move on to what we've been watching.
so this week I watched Fallout.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, really
I've been
enjoyed it. Very good fun. Kind of like future dystopian sci-fi,
yeah, based on the computer game.
crazy. Yeah, really, really enjoyed it. I love the ghoul, the main ghoul. He's probably my favorite character.
Yeah.
I love that the dog doesn't die. I don't care about that as a spoiler. FYI, anyone worried, the dog is fine. I like how obviously all pieces together, as it goes through, and
Yeah.
that humanity just fucking sucks in general.
Yeah.
Just,
There's
we're a
there's
bit
so
sucked.
many post-apocalyptic stuff coming out now, and it's kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
is this like a premonition?
Yeah. Are you warning us?
Yeah.
We'll take Volt life.
Yeah.
Yeah, great fun. Very gory. Like,
Yeah.
the fighting's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna
I
watch
like the
that
big
at some
robot
point.
gut, you know.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that at some point.
And then I've gone back to back. I did like a season and a half of Banshee, and then I watched all the other things.
Yeah.
All Out's done. Gone back to Banshee. So
Okay.
yeah, just finished season 2. Love it.
All right. So for me, I've kind of gone on a comedy thing this week
Oh,
because last Friday I went to watch a comedian called Joe Coy in the
yeah.
O2 in London. Absolutely hilarious. I was literally at some points I was holding my sides. I had like tears rolling down my face.
I don't know. I'm just gonna look him up.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
it's quite cute.
yeah, Joe Coy.
Bald head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a yeah, he's so funny. Like I said, like some of the jokes, I don't want to butcher them, but like when he obviously tells certain things and like talks about his sleep apnea, he talks about being an older man trying to date younger women. He talks about just like he does quite cultural jokes as well because I think he's from the Philippines. He's Filipino. He does quite cultural jokes, and they are like they just have you. He just has you on the floor.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen anything he's done. I'll have to.
Well,
Is
he's
he on
got
like TikTok and Insta and stuff?
TikTok, Instagram, and he's got 3 specials on Netflix.
Okay.
So like 45-minute hour specials on Netflix. Yeah, but you should definitely if you feel like having a laugh, just have a watch of that stuff. Have a watch of that. And
Yes, definitely.
he always tells jokes about his mum and stuff like that, the way she reacts to stuff, and like you see elements of his mum in a lot of other backgrounds as well, which just is just hilarious.
Nice. Yeah, I do like finding a new comedian.
And then I watched another comedian recently, this week was Cat Williams, you know, from like certain films like Friday and a
Hmm.
few other movies and stuff like that. And he's got a new special out called Woke. And after his huge interview podcast that he did with Shannon Sharp, which went viral all across the world, I think everyone was looking forward to this special, and he doesn't disappoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that again, I
Did you
was
go
just
and see
laughing.
that live as well?
Huh?
Did you go and see that live as
No, I
well?
watched that on Netflix, that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd love to see Cat Williams live. Um, it was just like again, I had that when I was riding back, so I had that playing in my ear. So I'm like trying to concentrate on the road, but also laughing my ass off.
Have
And
you?
then finally, I was also watching another comedy show, but it was a roast. It was the
Yeah.
roast of
Oh,
Tom Brady, which is now on Netflix.
yeah. I
So
heard that they Netflix have cut out the booing that Kim
Kim
Kardashian
Kardashian,
got.
yeah, she
Yeah.
got booed. I don't know. Well, no, I heard the booing, but I don't know if they've cut out
Oh no,
if she's.
no. The stories that Netflix have removed the booing
Oh
from
wow.
actual recording.
So
Yeah.
maybe I saw her at the right time.
Crazy, right? Like,
Yeah,
who
because
cares if they're booing
allegedly
her?
it was live. But if you're a fan of American football, or you're just a fan of like Tom Brady, as most people know him as just Giselle's husband or
Isn't
so
he
and
like
so
a
forth.
god in the
Yeah,
American
but yeah,
football?
to people who like American football, he is Christ himself.
Yeah.
You know, he's destroyed many people's lives in regards to if you support another team like myself, who supports the Green Bay Packers. But you know, watching him win all those Super Bowls has been excellent over the years.
Yeah.
And I'm sure when we bring my friend Dave on, he's going to have a little chat about the roast of his court because he supports the Patriots. He did support the Patriots. So yeah, I'm sure he'll have something to say about his quarterback being roasted.
On comedians, have you watched Josh Johnson?
No.
He is so hilarious. My sister got me onto him from TikTok.
Okay.
He is lovely, like honestly, but so funny.
Is he
Yeah,
British?
check him out. Josh Johnson.
Okay. Is he a British comedian?
It's American.
Okay. I'll check it. I'll check him out. I'll check him
Imagine
out.
he was British and I've just said that. Oh no, he was born in Louisiana. I'm absolutely
Okay. So he's from the dirty South in America.
yeah, he's so lovely, but yeah, super funny.
And I have one last thing. I have tried to watch this program on Netflix recently. I think I'm only, partner only 2 episodes in or 3 episodes in, and it's called The Dead Boy Detectives.
Oh, okay. I've not seen that.
So it's based on these two ghosts who died back in the 1800s, but they're still alive and they haven't ascended to either heaven or hell. Actually, one of them was sent to hell, but he escaped. But he's a
Good to know. Good to know
yeah,
that's possible.
yeah. So what they've done is they formed this detective agency, and what they're doing is they're going around helping sort of trapped ghosts to find their way. Or if a
Oh,
ghost is like doing terrible things, they'll try and solve the mystery of why they're doing those things, and then that person can ascend to wherever they need to go.
yeah. Oh, that's cute.
But while they're doing that, they're also trying to not have death catch up with them as well.
Oh, have you actually got like the Reaper, like
Yeah,
trying to come?
yeah. So if death catches them, then they'll make them like move on as well.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds fun.
So they in this so far, what they've done is they've teamed up with this sort of a clairvoyant who, when she touches things or touches people, she can figure out what the hell's going on, which is helping them with their cases.
Hmm.
So I've only seen a few episodes so far. And like I said, parts of it is all right, but you can definitely feel the Netflix bit of a woke agenda with this one. There's already a few elements of
Annoyingness.
annoyingness. Yeah. Yeah. So like one of the main characters, within the first second episode, obviously already gets propositioned in a way, which is like, you can do this for me, or I'll hold you my prisoner until I'm satisfied with you've done something for me. And it's like, wow.
Uh,
And it's a
no.
yeah, and it's a very androgynous male character.
Ah.
So, it kind of reminded me because I tried to watch that. Remember the program called Good Omens? I tried to
Yes,
watch that,
yeah.
and then I just couldn't get through. I couldn't get through it. It was just a bit too odd for me.
Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't click, does it?
Yeah. So I think I'm going to push through Dead Boy Detectives and see, 'cause I think it can have some like good elements. Yeah, maybe a mixture of like, Enola Holmes with the like
Oh, you
Millie.
really enjoyed that, didn't you?
I love Enola Holmes.
I still haven't done that actually, I
Yeah.
must admit.
Well, there was a program out a couple of years ago, which I hope they do another season. It's called The Irregulars, where
Yeah.
one of the girls is the daughter, is another daughter of Sherlock Holmes, but much like, so it's set in like the 1800s. So yeah, I enjoyed that. So yeah, I'll push through with Dead Boy Detectives, and then hopefully once I finish, I can give you a better review, and hopefully it's the the agenda doesn't ruin the
Yeah,
show.
what it could be.
Yeah.
Then you need to get on Fallout because it is really good
Oh
fun.
yeah, definitely. I need to get on Fallout. Most definitely. All right. So let's move on to screenshots.
Screenshots.
Although before I say going to screenshots, I would need to send you a video later of what's his name? Is it Kevin Durand, the
Yeah.
actor who's the main lead now in the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? He
Oh
played.
yes.
He was the Blob in the Wolverine movie. Yeah, I think you know him. A huge guy. He's also just recently like
Yeah.
in Abigail. And I'll send you a video of him like doing an interview and how he just sort of gets into character. And
Just like
he is fantastic. Like, I don't know why he hasn't been given more lead roles.
mm,
So I don't know if it's because he's so huge and like people don't really haven't given him the
yeah.
nod to
Maybe
like,
they pigeonholed him themselves
yeah.
out trying. Yeah.
But I think now definitely after this, I think he's going to be a leading man, big time.
Nice. Yeah, I'm hopefully going to see that with Mum when she comes down.
Yeah.
Love those films.
All right. So screenshots. The first one, these came from you this week.
Ooh.
The first one we had was, I'll post up here. It was Iron Man and Thor in the photos. One was have have the money and power and technology of Iron Man, take the red pill, or have super strength, the power, and be a god of thunder like Thor, taking the blue pill.
It's quite tricky, right?
Yeah.
I think purely for being able to blend into society,
Yeah.
I would err on the side of Iron Man.
Yeah.
But how cool would it be to say that you were
Yeah. And be able to travel to like the nine realms.
yeah, and like lightning stuff that you didn't like.
Yeah.
If
Getting
it's,
to
and then
eat.
I wouldn't mind thunderstorms, then would I? Because I'd be totally cool with it.
Yeah. And to eat in the
Mm.
Great Hall, drink mead. I need another.
I wonder how nice meat actually was after all the refining and stuff that happened
Yeah,
now. But yeah. Oh, that is tough, right?
that is a
Because
tough one.
yes, Thor, but I do think you for not maybe being as
But yeah, but
ostracized.
for normal society,
So yeah,
it'd be great to have the brains of Tony Stark.
and the money to
Yeah,
help people
of
and
course, of course.
yourself, and the Iron Man suit.
Yeah, at my beck and call.
Yeah,
That
just jet
that would
off.
be pretty cool. But even though you'd be like chased down by the government consistently trying to get your technology.
Yeah, but would you still be quicker than like a stealth plane?
I'm guessing so.
Yeah,
But then you
you
wouldn't be able
go
to
higher.
yeah, you wouldn't be able to relax though, would you? Because they would just consistently be after you.
Yeah, unless you could sign something.
Yeah. Like in the
Yeah,
film,
whereas
like
if you were Thor,
yeah.
you could just go.
You just be the guy.
Yeah, be like, laters, I'm off to,
Yeah.
be a god somewhere.
I think I would take the powers of Thor. I think I would take the blue pill.
Mm,
Because I think I could do more around the world with the powers of Thor.
yeah, maybe a half and half.
Yeah. Well, I think when you're Thor, I don't think sort of money and all that sort of matters because you have like magic.
Yeah, exactly. But he still has to eat, and he
Yeah.
wouldn't want to steal his food.
No, no, no. But you're the god of thunder. You're the king of Asgard.
Yeah, people would give it
So
to you, wouldn't they?
yeah, they'd definitely they'd definitely give it to you.
They'd want to.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna go with the blue. I don't think I'm gonna go blue pill and take it become Thor or have
Okay,
Thor's attributes.
I'm gonna go red pill and
Okay,
baby Iron Man.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, the next one that you sent me on screenshots, which is quite difficult because
Mm.
I'll read out what it is first and I'll say why I think it's difficult. So here it is. If Keanu Reeves was cast as a Marvel character, what character could he play? Now, for me, the reason why I find it difficult is because of the type of actor he is
Hmm.
and how his mannerisms are. I don't know if he has a clause in his contract where he has to be a hero, but if he was a villain, he would be fantastic as a
Oh,
few characters.
okay. I don't think he's got a clause.
Because I know a lot of actors seem in their films that they have to be the hero. So
Yeah, they're the ones with like ego issues.
yeah, because even like
He
Christian
definitely
Bale
doesn't have
when
that.
he
He's too lovely.
yeah when Christian Bale went into the Thor film that we won't mention, he decided to play the sort of antagonist. He wasn't necessarily a bad guy. He was definitely an antagonist who found had his ways because of what happened to him.
Yeah.
So I think if I was to, do you have any idea who you would choose for Keanu?
Well, there were rumors a little
Hmm.
while ago, and I say a little while, it's quite a few years ago, that he was going to play Gambit in X-Men.
Okay,
Hmm.
I could. That did cross my mind.
Yeah. Which I wasn't like upset about. I was
No,
like, okay, okay.
again, the reason why I couldn't choose that character is because the way I've seen Gambit from like X-Men cartoons and other iterations of him. I just feel the character is very loose, a little bit more. I don't know if Keanu Reeves can be, and obviously he did play obviously Ted Theodore Logan, but
Just about to say. He has got some experience to draw from.
yeah, but I don't know at this stage of his life if he can just slink back into that role.
Yeah, it definitely was quite a few years ago though.
Yeah. So for me, if I had to choose him to be a hero, it would be a character. One, it would be two characters I thought of. One would be a character called Morph. Like
Yeah,
Morph is the character. Obviously, if anyone doesn't know, he was part of the X-Men, and he was a character who can change his look, so he can morph into anyone.
nice.
So he couldn't mimic their powers, but he could obviously change his look, his voice, everything like that.
So you
And
can
I
still get
feel
into places and things. So
yeah,
that's quite cool. Yeah.
so I feel like he and Morph had kind of like a few like sort of mental issues. So not like he wasn't crazy, but he was a, he was picked on by a lot of evil characters,
Yeah.
and and it sort of broke his mind. And I feel like Keanu has the range and the skill to sort of just play that sort of like you can have that sort of look in his eyes where it's like he's confused and he's just like, what's happening to me? Am I good? Am I bad? That thing I just did, I didn't mean to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
And
you want to know who Keanu Reeves would play as his dream character?
I don't
You
know.
love him
Okay,
for
who is
it.
it?
Ghost Rider.
I did think that, but I don't know. Again, I don't know. For some reason in my head, I've just got um Norman Reedus in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just feel like he needs his to get his to go back to Marvel.
Yeah.
Obviously, he played Scud in Blade, but
Yeah.
no one's gonna remember that.
No.
I think because of his like the way he is in Walking Dead and stuff like
Hmm.
that, I think he has that. I think he'd be perfect for that role.
Yes. He's kind this is gonna sound weird, but his dirtiness.
Yeah, yeah,
And I know he's not dirty, but you know
yeah,
what I mean when I
yeah.
say that. Yeah, I think lends itself.
And if they
Um,
did want someone younger, and I've got this guy pegged for someone else in DC, but Charlie Hunnam, I
oh my
think,
God, I
I
love
think,
Charlie Hunnam.
I think he would make a good Ghost Rider if they wanted someone younger.
Yes, looks incredible in the leather jacket.
Yeah, has a
And
great
is
build.
also goody baddie, right?
Yeah,
He's
ha-
as a good guy, he does bad things
yeah,
in some Spanish.
yeah, and he has a great build about him. I think he obviously you've seen that he can ride a motorcycle very well.
He's a beautiful man.
Yeah,
He should be on our screen.
so and I think his face would look well, if they with CGI and they give him the skull and the flaming head
Mm,
and all that sort of stuff. So
yeah, yeah, that's a
I
good
can
shout.
understand Keanu. I can see why, and Keanu's a huge motorcycle guy as well.
Oh, maybe that's why. That's why he's
Yeah,
gone that way, like his dream, dream
yeah,
job.
and like I don't want to keep name dropping or whatever, but one of my clients is best friends with Keanu, and
Tell me he says he's as lovely as
oh
everyone
yeah,
that makes out, that he's just
yeah.
such a lovely guy.
I think one time he was gonna say we were doing a session. And he goes, "Do you want me to FaceTime him now?" And like I froze. I was like, "No, no, I can't do it right now. I can't do it right now."
Oh my God, dude, you absolutely should have done.
I know, but
Or get that friend to come to Bournemouth,
yeah.
find me, and then let's do it.
Okay, cool.
He's like my mum's favorite. I mean,
Yeah,
she was obsessed with him in Point Break.
yeah.
Like,
So my
literally.
client should be back. He spends his summer in the UK. So hopefully when he's back, I'll try and sort something out.
Nice. Oh, let's get him to say hi to my mum.
Yeah. So other than that, for a good guy, there's one character called Forge in the X-Men.
Mhm.
Keanu kind of has a look that could fit. I know they probably want someone who's probably more Native American,
Yeah, I think you can
but
pull it off though quite
I
easily with,
think Keanu could
yeah,
pull this off. And the
yeah.
character Forge is someone who can make anything he thinks about, he can make.
I
So
like
any
X-Men are quite good at giving very, I don't want to say obvious names, but I like that you don't have to think too hard about what the
yeah.
power is.
Yeah, so I think Keanu could fit that role as like because he's a bit older, he can play the sort of mentor role
Yeah.
and he could help, help out on a mission.
Mm,
They go on a
mm.
mission, they're stuck in a tight spot. Him with like sort of a character who hasn't got a certain power set or whatever, and he figures out a way how to get them out.
Yeah. Just forge some like
Yeah,
ammunitions and stuff.
yeah. Other than that, and I said I see him, I think if he decided that he could play like a bad guy role, there's three characters I thought. One is Mephisto, which is pretty much the devil.
Okay.
He was the one you probably saw in a few iterations he's come up. He was in the Ghost Rider movie, the
Hmm.
first Ghost Rider movie with Nicolas Cage, where
Old
he's the
Nick
one who
Cage.
came and made the deal
Yeah.
to turn him into it. So I think if he was going to be in the MCU for a long run, he could play Mephisto and show up in different movies. and then
Yeah.
somehow later on be like the big bad of a movie of a set of
Yeah,
something.
like ease himself in.
Yeah. So he could be there in the background. They could bring him in and show him in different places, showing that he was manipulating situations for certain characters.
Yeah.
So there's that. There's a character called Mr. Sinister, especially now they're bringing in the X-Men. Most of
Mm.
these characters I'm thinking are like sort of more X-Men based anyway. Mr.
He
Sinister, he could be the
that
big,
vibe, doesn't he?
yeah,
X-Men vibe, yeah.
yeah. He could be that bad guy that way. Again, someone who's a geneticist, and he's trying to manipulate characters. Obviously, he also manipulated characters like Morph and stuff like that. And he's a sworn enemy of like Cyclops and Jean
Ooh,
Grey.
okay.
And I think he has that look. He can wear slick suits. He can like when
Yeah.
Sinister wears his actual outfit. I think Keanu will look good in that as well.
Mm.
And if he really wanted to push the boat out, there's a character called Sauron, which is a it's kind of sort of like a pterodactyl, sort
Okay.
of humanoid. It's like a human pterodactyl. So he's got the body of a human.
Oh,
He's got the wings, but he's got like the
goodness.
pterodactyl head. So
Oh, that's quite
um,
unfortunate.
yeah, but I think because of his voice and from the iterations of Sauron that I've seen, he would be pretty good for it. And his power set is he can control your mind. If he looks in your eyes, he can control your mind.
No.
Yeah.
That reminds me of like Jessica Jones.
Oh yeah, the Purple Man.
Yeah,
That was it. Purple Man was fantastic.
that was so scary.
Yeah.
Like insanely scary.
I'd love to go back and watch that. Even though like, with the things that he got, Luke Cage to do as well, all that he
Mm,
manipulates so many people.
insane baddie.
Yeah,
Like a tiny little man
yeah,
literally causing destruction
yeah.
in a split second.
I
Oh,
did think about Keanu taking over, but potentially becoming Purple Man, but like I
I
think
don't want him to.
no.
He's too nice.
Yeah, so I think if it was going to be a hero, probably Morph or Forge. I think Forge more most likely.
Yeah.
I like the idea that he'd love to be Ghost Rider, but I just don't see the longevity in him being a Ghost Rider.
Yeah, yeah.
And then obviously other than that, like I said, those villain characters, he'd make a good Mephisto, Mr. Sinister. I could see that. And then Sauron, if he was that willing to have like could be covered in CGI and make that bring that character to life.
Hmm.
And I was thinking because obviously he was in the Matrix, he's used to like flying on wires and doing all those sort of things.
Yeah.
And with his voice type, I think he could make his voice like as a bad guy quite chilling.
Yes. Yeah. With his timing.
Yeah. All right. Here we are again at the end of another episode. I want to thank you all for joining us on this lovely sunny day. Obviously, you can't see it here, but if we look out our windows, we can see it.
Hopefully you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Wherever you are if you're in the UK, I'm hoping you enjoyed the sun.
And enjoy it again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because it's gone by Monday.
Yeah. All right, everyone. I've been Klynton, joined by the lovely Debbie. We want
Hello.
to know your top 3 Angelina Jolie movies and any honorable mentions that you have. And yeah, remember to follow us on all socials. I'm gonna get them right this time. X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Listen to us on Spotify, and we are on YouTube.
Whoop, whoop. Everywhere. We're everywhere.
So good luck to the Cherries this weekend.
Yes. Oh, I really hope that Michael B. Jordan is there.
Yeah. And I know Arsenal got Manchester United on Sunday,
Good
which
luck to
is
them
definitely
because I do want Arsenal to win the league. So
yeah. So I bet you it's going to be a tough game considering Man United got battered by Crystal Palace on Monday or Tuesday.
yeah, it'll be like an annoying
Yeah, yeah,
comeback game.
they'll turn up
Yeah.
for this game annoyingly.
This has been Arsenal's best chance.
Yeah,
Like they have to hold it together.
I know. We haven't won the league since I was like 18.
And did you see who's been nominated for manager of the season? Yours and mine.
All right, there you go.
if you do look
Hopefully.
at the games won out of the games played,
Yeah, yeah.
obviously 4 like Iola's like quite far down, but he's in there.
He's in there. That's good.
When you look at
Good
the
stuff.
money spent, even though it's the most money we've probably spent in ages,
Yeah.
like he has done so well. We had a terrible start to the season, and now we're like sitting pretty in 10th.
Turned it around.
Little tiny 11,500 seater Bournemouth.
Yeah. And that's what you want. You want those grassroots teams building their way up, and and especially now how the league, apart from obviously that you get the top three, but the league now has changed where teams that were like dogs like back in the day are now actually like fighting for Europe and fighting for titles and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's been the best season, I think, of the Prem for a long time because of how it's going right down to the wire. Normally somebody's run away with it. So for a neutral / I do want Arsenal to win, but neutral, been very, very good.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. As we always say, everyone be good. And if you can't be good, be the best at being bad. Bye.
Bye.